All right. All right, everybody. How's everyone doing this week? Welcome to the Gulls Nest podcast, the official podcast of the Newport Gulls. As always, I'm Adi84. And to the left of me, my trusty sidekick in baseball knowledge, Adam the Mallett. I don't even know if that's a word.
We'll roll with it. I'll take that.
Like Knowledgeia. Knowledgeia. Ooh.
Knowledgeia. Sounds like a virus. I got the knowledgeia.
So, since we left you guys last week, the Gulls have been on a bit of a streak here. They have one, two. They're 500. I should say it's not much of a streak. They're 2-2. Since we left you guys, but they are currently in first place in their division with a whopping 9-5, which puts them a 3-game lead over the.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe. Well, not technically, because the other team only has 5 losses. Navigators might not have played as many games. Gulls have played more, I guess. So they have a game and a half lead over the North Shore Navigators. So there you go. And they're the second best team in the league, tied with the Swamp Bats, where I was 9-5. The leaders right now, the 10-3 Vermont Mountaineers. You can't spell baseball without Mountaineers. I dropped my ball again. It seems to be a thing.
There you go.
It's like it's swarming all over the place. Thank you. There we go. Get the ball back. All right, cool. So, with 4 games we want to discuss over the last week since we left you guys. The season is deep in right now. We're at week 3 right now. They're playing at home tonight against the Stanford Maynards. And they got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games this week. 3 home, 3 away. They get the Navigators on Saturday, which I plan on. I think I'm going to that game if you're around on Saturday. Check out the Navigators playing the Gulls.
We're not doing Canopy. Oh wait, no, I don't think we can. I was going to say for some reason I thought we were talking about Canopy Lake this weekend. But...
It was up there as a possibility, but yeah, I was thinking we'll go into. I think we had that. I don't know. I had that penciled in for the game. So I'm like, one of the weekends we'll get to Canopy Lake, but yeah, 29th Saturday. So I think at least I'm going to probably pop in there, check out a little bit of Gulls action in Lynn, see a away game perspective of it. But we'll see. So we'll find out next week's episode if I win or not. So that's half the battle right there.
Yes.
So Adam and I decided we're going to split this up a little bit, and we're going to break down each game. He's going to take the defense.
The pitching, yes, the pitching lines.
The pitching line. Let's see. And I'm going to do offense. So simple as that. We'll start off the first game that we left off of. It was on Tuesday, June 18th rather. It was against Vineyard. And let's check out some of the stats right here. It was a loss, a 6-7 loss. Do you want to go ahead and stop the pitching?
Yes, I will do this. So Mikey Cavallo got the start. Unfortunately, a lot of damage was done here in innings 1 through 6 against the pitching staff, right? Mikey Cavallo, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, only 1 strikeout. So then, what's Pruitt, relieved by Brad Pruitt. Brad Pruitt came in and stopped the bleeding. 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts in those 4 innings. So we held them on, followed by Conley, who pitched the last inning, 1 inning pitched. Caden Conley closed it out. But the problem was, the damage was already done. So by the time the Gulls kind of started hitting the board, the offense for the Vineyard kind of already did its damage. So
seems like another off night for our boy Michael Cavola here.
Yeah, he's
second lost.
Yeah, he has June 7th, he pitched an inning and allowed 7 earned runs. And then on June 14th, he pitched 2 scoreless. And then this one, 3 innings, 5 earned runs. So yeah, he's had three games, and 2 of those were not so good.
I'm looking at just basically his stats so far this season, and his weakness to me seems to be the walks.
You're going to see that as a common trend with a lot of these pitchers that I'm going to be bringing up that we're going to be talking about these outlets. Yeah.
A lot of these guys have good eyes, or they're just failing to. But if you want to have a positive note so far on Mikey K, his first out in his ERA was 63 with 1 inning pitched. They let him out again. He got the win, moved his ERA to 21, and even though he got the loss against Vineyard the other night, he still has an 18. So his ERA is improving. His WHIP is improving. But the earned runs and the walks for the season so far could be a problem, you know?
Yeah. Pruitt, although 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. That's a great line you could have right there. You couldn't ask for anything better.
That's some good relief right there. It's dampering, putting a little Band-Aid on there because it seems like once Mikey K was taken out, the Newport's bats started lighting up in the 5th inning. They scored 2 runs, and then they continued scoring runs. In the 6th inning, they got 4, making them the 6 runs they got to in the entire game. Around the 7th inning, both teams kind of very much leveled off a little bit, and the final score was 6-7. But looking at the batting, and then it kind of strikes me off the top right here. Let's see, we got let's see, Stevens got 2 hits. Duncan get 2 hits. We get it. Let's see. A lot of these guys got 5 at bats. So they went through the lineup of 4 or 5 at bats was a lot for these guys. Let's see, strikeouts. Here got 3 strikeouts. He's leading them for that game. And I'm looking at Williams right here. D. Williams. Let's see, bring him up a little bit right here. D. Williams, Dixon Williams, has a 400 batting average right now.
Yeah.
No home runs, but he's walking a lot, which is good because that means he's scoring. And he has 6 hits and 2 doubles. So with 15 at bats.
Yeah. They did out-hit them. The Gulls did out-hit them 8-5. It's just the offense just started to kick up, I think, a little too late. You know?
Yeah. I think and then once they got settled down with Pruitt on the mound, it was a little too late on that to get the win. But still a competitive game after all. It's a shame though because the Vineyard Sharks are a 4-10 team. Very easable win. I don't know if you noticed something real quick on this right here. The duration of these games are only 2 hours and 18 minutes. That's pretty impressive.
I just saw that. That is great. Yeah.
You do got to take in consideration they don't have commercial breaks or mandatory timeouts in between innings to be able to get promotional commercial stuff in. So I guess that does take some time away from that. But
that's true. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they're not on a timer for pitching. So I think the rhythm's just there, you know?
Yeah, no, it's
it's
true.
Fast, you know?
Yeah.
That on the hand could also be hurting some of the performance too, because they're not taking the time to relax a little bit. They're just like one after another, just boom, 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 just throwing the balls over the plate.
Yeah,
you know, it was a Tuesday night in Martha's Vineyard. Maybe some of these guys had a hot night out ahead of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some ladies vacationing on the island. They have to, maybe they're going to go for dinner or something of that nature. We all seen the movie Hall Pass. We know what goes on.
Absolutely nothing.
Right? Yeah, right. Well, no, when the girls went to the Cape.
Remember? Oh, yes, yeah, with the girls.
Yeah.
The girls, yeah.
With the Cape Cod League team, So I'm not saying that goes on. I'm just saying it's the summertime. But, all right, let's just go to another, and this is a close game. This is on Wednesday, June 19th. The Gulls were home against the Mystic Schooners, where they successfully beat them 2-1.
Yes, this was a pitcher's duel. This was, you had 6 innings from Cade Shatwell, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 5 Ks, perfect line. And then to follow it up, you got Stark, and then 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 5 Ks, and then Holcomb, he comes up again. This kid is actually really Kobe Holcomb. He keeps showing up again and again, and he just delivers every time. 1 inning, 1 strikeout, lights out, nothing.
Got the save. That is a perfect MLB pitching lineup right there. You get your starter gets you in there, your relief gets you a couple innings, and then your closer brings you home. So that's what you want to see. That is the textbook for your pitching lineup for a game. You get 6 innings.
If your offense can't do it, you hope your pitching can do it. Because to their credit too, the Schooners, their pitching staff held up really well too. This was just a mighty pitchers duel.
Yeah, they shut out the bats that night. If you look at the lineups right here, for the total hits for the Gulls, there were 5 hits. Well, Mystic out-hit them by a hit. There was an error committed by Mystic, though. I don't know the significance of anything of that caused a run or not, but I guess if you look at earned runs, you could probably check it out. But no, they're all earned runs, the 2 runs they got. So the error didn't really have any consequences, and the Mystics demise of that game. But looking at the averages right here, there's Duncan Williams again. After this game, he was at 417. He had 3 at bats, a run, and a hit. This guy seems to be producing very, very well. The third baseman, Duncan Williams, for the Gulls. I'm very looking forward to seeing him live in action. Hopefully, he's playing in the game that I go to. If we go to Saturday or whatnot, to see him going. But I'm looking at some of the other guys right. The averages are picking up. Let's see this particular fella right here, Greg Bozo, who came in. He's batting 0.
Wait. Greg. Oh, it is Greg Bozo. That's his name, Bozo.
That's his name, right?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
thought you would.
Bozo?
Bozo?
No, it'd be.
It can't be pronounced.
No, it'd be Bozo, right? Am
I'm
I wrong?
No, that's how I would read it too. But there's no way he pronounces that. Come on. I mean,
Buzzo, maybe.
Buzzo. There you go. Like Buzzo. Buzzo.
But people calling him Bozo on the time. You know what I mean? In the locker room.
I know.
Hey, Bozo. You know, this one we need to get a clarification. He goes to Northeastern University. He's from Backens Ridge, New Jersey. A young lad of the age of 22. Let's see. Yeah, he had 3 at bats. He fanned. Did he strike out at all? He didn't strike out. He made contact, which is promising, but unfortunately, no hits. But it was his first game though, so we'll give him credit for that. You know, the Bozo he's catching too. He's a catcher.
Yeah,
interesting. Offensively, nothing other than Duncan Williams. The only thing that really kind of pops out. And also, here we go. Nolan Stevens, who's also having a pretty good season batting right now. For the season right now, at the point of this game, he's 38 at bats, 4 runs, 14 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, batting .368 at the time of this game. So, and I'm looking at his spray chart right now. He likes left to left center. That's his key right there. Where he hits, let's see, what's the symbol for hitting? So he's hitting the ball. If he gets it into, is that a hit? It's a hit. Yeah, that's a hit. So if he's getting the ball either in center or left, he's usually getting a hit. So the only time he got an out was he hit one right to the second baseman, it looks like, or in that area twice, and then he hit one to left center, and it was pretty deep. So I think he got out on that one. So not bad. Pretty impressive for that game. So,
yes.
1-1 at this point for last week. Next game we're going to be looking at is another win from them. It was on Thursday, June 20th. This one was a blowout by the Newport Gulls against Vineyard. It looks like they were getting a little revenge on the Sharks for
yes, they did. Yes,
for what was going on last time. Now I'm looking at this one here. Sharks. Was that? Go ahead. Yeah.
Until we hit the 7th inning, and then there was a kind of a blip on the radar here, where in the 7th inning, after Jackson Tier, 6 innings pitched, good, only 3 walks, 7 Ks, right, 2 runs. That's an okay, only 2 hits too. That's an okay pitching line, right? And then Michael, was it Dean Mitchell or Mitchell Dean? Mitchell Dean. I think they screwed up the thing on this because it's Dean, M. But it's Mitchell, so it's almost like 2 first names, so it's screwing me up.
Wait, so hold on. I'm bringing him over here. So his name is Mitchell Dean.
Thank you. So yeah, Mitchell Dean comes in, doesn't even get through the inning, right? 1 hit, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, and it just the bleeding continues. And then DeLucia comes in. Drew DeLucia comes in, 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks. Again, the walks. I think there's going to be an issue here with this team. Their offense is really good. It's just that every once in a while these walks creep up, and it's just they'll kill you. But because their offense is so good, it can catch up ahead, I believe. And then it's just that the Vineyard decided to kind of liven up here a little bit, you know.
Look at the amount of pitches that Vineyard went through. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pitches they went through. It was almost like they were pitching like this guy did 2, this guy did 2, this guy did 1, a third, 2/3. Like that's a lot of pitches to go through.
Yeah.
So they were in Vineyard Haven. So again, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm matching up dates with the schedules to when they're playing. Make sure you always double check before you decide to go to one of these games to make sure they actually are home or they're away or the game has been changed or whatever like that. Because it seems to us that these games are being changed on a fly sometimes when they need to, and make updates kind of manipulate everything. Because if you compare, yeah, because you compare what we're looking at right now to what here, it's a little bit different. So something to keep in mind if you are going to these games. It is collegiate baseball. They have to get as many games in as possible. If they're changing things up on the fly, it doesn't really matter home games, away games. Sometimes they just want to get the games in. So something to keep an eye out while you're planning on going to see these teams play. Let's get on to the offense of this game. 19 runs on 12 hits. Both teams also committed a significant amount of errors. If you do notice, the Gulls had 3 errors and Vineyard had 4 errors, which probably contributed to a lot of these runs, or at least guys on base, to cause some damage and inflate some ERAs here,
Hold on, wait a minute. You have 2 guys in this lineup that both had 5 RBIs.
5 RBIs. Isn't that amazing?
2 guys, Duncan and with Doyle. Yeah.
Yeah, Doyle and my boy. Yeah, it's a different Duncan. No, the other guy's first name was Duncan. This guy's last name is Duncan. That could be confusing.
That's very confusing.
So Andrew Duncan right here from Florida. Goes to Florida State University. Great team. He's played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games so far. He's batting .348. Got a home run, a double, a triple, 8 hits, 8 runs, 23 at bats in 6 games. Nice solid batting average for him. And then when you look at some of the other guys, Nolan Stevens also produces.
No, we didn't. Nobody wanted to pitch to him. He had 4 walks.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Nobody wanted him.
But let's see, how many walks? It's 5. Oh yeah, right. Holy shit.
Yeah. Jesus, I don't know if like just really didn't want to pitch to him, or if he just had that good of an eye.
I'm curious because that's pretty impressive right there, right?
It is.
When you look at it right here, yeah, you have 4 walks, an RBI. So he scored once on the walk, a hit and a run. So, I mean, leading up, this guy must have an eye for the plate, or like you said, they're trying to avoid him and pitch around him. But still a 368 average at this point. Noticing the averages are picking up a little bit. One of the other guys we spoke about was Dixon Williams. We had a pretty good game here. He had 3 at bats, 5 runs, a hit, a double, and 3 walks as well. So he's producing on the bases if he's walking. So 19-9 against the Vineyard Sharks. Hell of a game there. I mean, that's the complete opposite of the last game we talked about. That was a pitcher's duel. This was an all offensive beatdown on the pitching staff.
Hunt for that shark fin soup.
They got the shark tooth, and they were at the end of the game. You think they're wearing a shark tooth around their neck?
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. That was Thursday, June 20th, against the Vineyard Sharks. It looks like their game against Friday night against the Navigators at home was postponed to July 15th. July 15th is a Monday, so it looks like they're going to be playing a doubleheader that day against the Navigators, because they already have a scheduled game on the 15th with the Navigators. The last game we'll speak about is another win from our boys. This was on Saturday, June 22nd. Another offensive dominance game against the Ocean State Waves.
We had, let's see, our boy Aiden Coleman again. Not his best outing here. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. But the Silver Lot 10 strikeouts. So when he was on, oh baby, he was on. And then you had Cal Randall come in, who really didn't get out of the inning. 3 earned runs, 3 walks. Here we go with the walks again, and 1 hit. And then Walker comes in. He also does not finish an inning. Allowed 1 strikeout, 2 walks. But then you got Cal Holcomb, who I brought up earlier, 2 and 2/3, just kills the whole thing. 2 hits, 7 Ks in 2 innings, nothing.
This team had, out of 27 possible strikeouts you could get in any given game. An idea of a perfect game. Combined with Coleman and Holcomb got 18. That's
Yeah,
pretty
right?
damn good. That's a lot of
This is yeah.
strikeouts to get. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like 2/3 of the batters struck out.
Yeah.
60. It's damn good, impressive stuff. And honestly, if it wasn't, and how many earned runs? Even it's crazy though because he got 10 strikeouts, but he also got 4 earned runs. So he's either striking out the guy or they're hitting off him. There's no medium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he walked 2, but I mean, at the end of the day, like whatever. But I mean, that's pretty crazy right there. It's pretty impressive. And it seems like it was in the early innings too. It looks like for Coleman, it was the first and the second inning. They got
Yep.
a little roughed up, but then he seemed to get his rhythm by the third and fourth and fifth. He hung in there, and then how many innings did you pitch? You pitched 5. So obviously by the sixth inning, when they brought in Rando and Walker, they let up a few more runs. But at the time, the Gulls were already out to an 8-4 lead at this point, having a great third and fourth inning. Let's see if my boys here hitting the ball. It's funny, since we talked about what's his name? I haven't seen him pop up here, so they must be giving some time off to
Oh,
rotate
the
him a little
third.
bit.
I know our third.
Third
The
baseman,
third
yeah.
baseman. Yeah, yeah. He played last game.
Let's see. Let me go back to a game here. Let's see. We're still learning these guys. Duncan Williams is the game guy right there. Duncan Williams.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen. He didn't play the last 2 games that we just spoke about. Maybe giving some time off. Maybe rotating a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he's hurt. Who knows? But Andrew Duncan, who came in, he was one who had a big game against Vinny, and also had a big game here. Not bad. 6 at bats. Interesting. 1 hit,
Is it? Oh,
1
wow.
run, a triple, strikeout.
Yeah, he's got 23 at bats on the season. He's batting 348 so far. So that's good.
Was he hit by a pitch? Hold on. How do you have 6 at bats with 1 hit and 1 strikeout? What happened to the other 4 at bats?
Did he walk? He didn't walk. Wait.
They don't walk.
Whoa. Wait.
Right. I'm not making this up, right?
No. You're right. Okay.
So that would mean he was hit by a pitch 4 times?
Yeah. How do
or a balk?
you go? What? 1 for 6. 1 for 6. He went 1 for 6.
1 for 6.
He just went 1 for 6. Okay, he didn't strike out. No, 1 strikeout. Wait. Yeah, he struck out once.
Struck out once.
Hit a triple. That's 2.
Right. Where's the other 4?
Maybe does that triple count as a hit, or is the hit a base hit?
That's a hit.
Okay,
no, it's just 1. Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
The only thing that could happen is he was hit by the ball 4 times.
Does not have this HP.
Or he
has not been hit. No.
Oh, there is. Okay. A balk? 4 balks?
Sack flies.
I don't want to make sure I'm not losing my mind here, but there should be statistically more numbers. Maybe they just forgot to.
What about sack flies? No, it's 0. It's 0 of those.
Well, it leads to be a mystery. Perhaps someone in the statistics department just forgot to enter the quantity, because his on base percentage was 400, and he was slugging at 609, and he was averaging 349. So his on base percentage was 1,000. So it would mean he was on base a lot. So something must have happened.
How do you pronounce? Just out of curiosity, the third hitter in that lineup. I want to hear what you're going to say.
I want to see what all right, the third hitter. Sacco.
Sazeko? Sacco?
So the chick that was in the White House was Sacco, right? It was Saki, and she had an SZAK. Okay. Saki, like that. So I don't know, maybe Sacco? Sazako?
Maybe. He's heating up though.
It's good Irish name right there. Brody Sazako.
His numbers have gone up almost every game slightly, starting June 20th. They just June 9th. They just sort of actually, no, they're kind of going down.
For a game where they got 11 runs, right? Yeah. The overall performance of Hitton wasn't exactly extraordinary during this game.
No, you had two guys. Orban. Oh, this is Orban. There he is, 226, though. He's kind of falling off. Luke Orban. Yeah, he had 4 RBIs. Yeah, you're right. There's only two guys that had RBIs here.
And Hare walked 3 times, and he scored all 3 times, which is pretty cool.
It's true.
So, yeah, all right. So that makes sense. Yeah, so it really sucks when you score and you walk, but you're like, this kills your average, you know?
I know, but you're
It's
playing
like,
for the team. It's a team game. Who cares?
it is a team game, right? But like, so if you look at the numbers, like someone didn't watch them, you know,
Yeah.
it's weird. I'm not a big guy at adding stats, and I guess that reflects on your on base percentage,
Yeah, it does. It'll
right?
reflect somewhere. It always does.
Right, but like, I always
I
wonder if there
know.
was like a statistic where you could go and show your average minus walks, just to kind of get an idea of like how actually well you're hitting. I know a walk's a freebie. I know. I'm sure 1,000 people probably have talked about this, right? And I'm sure batters, especially sluggers like a Mark McGuire type or a Barry Bond guy that gets walked a lot, kind of gets pissy about it because they're like, well, it kills my average, even though I'm whacking the ball the other 50% of the time. You know what I mean? It's just a funny thing. It's just something that always really like kind of. It was very inquisitive in the days of days watching baseball. You know, kind of like something always tickled my fancy there. You know,
It's true.
I would love to ask a big slugger or someone that hits a lot. Who obviously I'm sure like a Mike Trout, they pitch around them all the time, and what his batting average realistically would be if they didn't walk him, you know, as many times as they did. But
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because I feel like back in the Ted Williams days, right? They probably didn't walk a lot as much as they did these days, right? I
Probably
don't know.
not. I don't
They
know.
pro-
We'll make the dig in there.
That'd be interesting to like see how many career walks Ted Williams had because you would think he would be the guy you would want to try to intentionally walk. But I feel like baseball was a whole different brand back then. I feel like the intentional walk wasn't as prevalent as it was these days. It's more of a strategic thing. I think back then it was more like just throw the heat down the middle and try to strike the guy out kind of thing, you know?
2021 walks.
2012. That's actually a lot. How many years? 20 years? 15 years?
Good question here. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. Career 7,706 at bats.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Dude, 19 years.
Yeah. And like two of them, he was
didn't play. Three of them
all
didn't
right.
play.
Yeah. Well, two he was in World War II. One he was in Korea.
So 16 years.
God. I mean, say what you want to say about like how like the baseball is a little bit watered down back then and how it's more competitive these days. But I mean, him and Joe DiMaggio were fighting the Germans.
Oh, dude, he led the league in walks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight of his years, 8 of the 16 years, he led the league in walks. They did not want to pitch to him. So yeah, they were walking people. What the most was in 1947. He walked 162 times.
No kidding, huh?
That's insane. Oh my God.
And it was either 47 or 49 was the year he batted 421. I can't remember. I think it might have been 49.
He also that tied the league in walks again. 162 walks that year too.
Yeah. So the guy has the best batting average in the history of baseball, but was also walked that many times. It's incredible.
No, actually, the year he batted he batted 400 more than once.
Over 400 once.
Bats, he only had 100 bats that year. The year he did it, he had was in actually 1941, and he still had 147 walks.
41. Okay, I was saying, yeah, okay. And he still leads the MLB with the best average finishing the season. And you know that last game was a doubleheader, and he could have broke the record, and he decided to play the second game, even though it could have cost him the record. He went out there and played. Funny story.
344 career batting average. Jesus.
How do you like those apples?
Love them.
Well, we're starting to find characters on this team.
Yes.
In the sense of we're starting to see patterns. The real all-stars are really popping up. Before the All-Star game on the 21st of July, they're going to be posting, I'm assuming prior to that, what the All-Stars on the Gulls. I think you and I should do our own All-Star pick of what guys think they deserve to go in the All-Star team to see how good our caliber is to than ACBL's
I
caliber
like
of
that.
picking the All-Stars. So maybe we
I
pick
like
like
that.
3 offensive guys and 3 pitchers that we think have the qualifications to make the All-Star and see if they win or not. I think that'd be interesting.
Love it. I like it.
So I'm assuming they're going to be probably assuming. I'm assuming I'm probably going to be assuming. Oh, yeah, I'm making an ass of myself twice. I'm assuming they're going to probably come down to the All-Star nominees probably sometime the second week of July. So maybe what's today? Today is the 24th. Maybe on the 8th of July, 2 weeks from tonight, we evaluate and we pick our guys, and we'll see what guys actually make the team and which don't. I think that'd be cool. It'd be a little fun little exercise, right?
I like it.
But right now, the Gulls, first place in the division, tied for the second best team in the NECBL right now.
Actually, the Vermont Mountaineers are 10-3 in the North.
I'm saying so. Yeah, the Gulls are the
yeah.
best in their division. They're the second best in the league itself, tied with the I guess the Mariners and the Swamp Bats. And tonight they're actually playing the Mariners at home. So this could be a good game for placement for the playoffs. So I think everything's so far falling into their place and everything's working out. Good pattern. So next week, maybe I want to go back and if the statistics are available, compare what their standards are from last year at this point, or next week at that point to this time, and see if there's some kind of patterns there. But they're 8-2 in the last 10, which is pretty good.
Great. So I mean, even if you look at the main page, the clubhouse is sold out for 2024. I'm assuming that's a bar or a place like a VIP section.
Oh, right.
During game
time. I see that. Yeah.
Guess we can't get in on it.
We'll have to pull some strings. I think we might know a few people. Well, maybe not. We'll see. So
I don't know.
All right, my friend. Anything you'd like to add on this week's episode?
Nope, I'm all set, my friend.
All right, and all yours out there as well. Please leave your comments, questions, and concerns regarding this podcast, and we'll be getting back to you when we can. And till next week, you'll have a wonderful game of baseball, and go Gulls. See you guys later. Bye.